Good day, and welcome to Hiroshima University's English Podcast.
広島大学イングリッシュポッドキャスト異文化ディスカッションへようこそ。この番組異文化ディスカッションでは、広島大学に学ぶ留学生をゲストに招き、東広島での学生生活や身近な話題について英語で話してもらいます。今回から3回にわたり2人のゲストに登場してもらいます。タイ出身のハナとインドネシア出身のフォンです。今回の話題はインドネシアとタイそれぞれの国民性。聞き手は広島大学のジョー・ラウアーさんです。それではごゆっくりどうぞ。
Hi everyone, it's great to have you here again today. I'm Joe, and it's a pleasure for us to greet our two guests.Hana from Thailand.
Hi, guys.
And Fan from Indonesia.
Hi.
Fan, is that the good way to pronounce your name? Fan or Fon? Which is better?
Fon. So
Fon.
It's F-O-N. So let's
very good, very
Fon.
good.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from, Fon, in Indonesia? And why are you here at Hiroshima University?
So yes, thank you for having me here. I'm from Indonesia, as you already mentioned, because Indonesia is very big. I'm from a small island in Bali.
Oh,
so
okay.
Maybe some of you have ever heard of Bali. So it's very famous for its tourist spots. So yeah, I came here to study about tourism studies. So currently I'm a third year in Hiroshima University.
Okay, so you're from, everybody I think knows Bali, yeah. And you're here for tourism. Wow, that seems connected to your island. Very good. And Hana, can you tell us a little about where are you from in Thailand?
Yeah, so I'm from Thailand and from a city called Ubon Ratchathani. So if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the top 5 biggest cities in Thailand. It is located around 600 kilometers away from Bangkok, and the city is also known as Ubon for short, and the name means Royal Lotus City.
Wow. And so you say 600 kilometers from Bangkok. Is that like west or south or north?
Northeast, yes.
Northeast. Okay, we can imagine. And what are you doing here at Hiroshima University?
Yes, so I'm currently a third-year student in IGS, so Integrated Global Studies, and I'm in Peace and Communication field.
Okay, thank you very much. And today we're talking about something very interesting. We're talking about the people in Indonesia and Thailand, especially their characteristics. How are they different from Japanese, for example? And again, we're talking about the people in Indonesia and Thailand. Can you tell us how are they, the million-dollar question here, how are they kind of similar to Japanese and how are they different from Japanese? Shall we begin with Hana?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So I think this question is rather difficult to answer for me, but if I had to describe Thai people in words, then I would say Thai people are very friendly, laid back, easygoing, and open-minded. So in Thailand, there's a phrase that I think most foreigners who visit Thailand might have heard of, which is "mai pen rai," which the direct translation in English is no problem or don't worry. And prior to that, I believe the reason why people are so laid back and often doesn't really take things too seriously is because we value compassion, harmony, respect, and relationship with people around us, which I believe is quite similar to Japanese people.
Wow, laid back, compassion, lots of other interesting words that you say there to describe them. Very friendly, nice people. Good. And how about in Indonesia? How would you characterize the people there? Big, difficult question.
I think in terms of characteristics, it's very similar to Thailand. So Indonesian people are more laid back and more, I don't know, even even the teacher sometimes comes late to class because we're that laid back. But in terms of values, I think Indonesia is very family-oriented society. So Indonesia actually has a concept of big family. So even if you're not blood related, you're still considered to be a part of family, and you will be often invited to family events. So I think because of this emphasis, though, Indonesia have a big problem, is nepotism. So if one of your family members are a government official, so the probability of you being hired is actually much higher compared to others with no connection. So it's an interesting thing compared to Japan, I think.
Right. Okay. That is interesting. Right. So families are really, really important there. In Japan, they're smaller, and maybe, of course, families are important in Japan, but they tend to be really big in Indonesia. Right. Good point. Next, let's talk a little about holidays in the country and how they affect the characteristics of the people, the holidays. Anything unique about how it shows the personalities of the people? Fun?
Oh yeah, again, for holidays, I think it's related to the family-oriented society of Indonesia. So for holidays, usually we have family gatherings, and not only the small family, so like almost the whole village is somehow related. I don't know why, but we invite a lot of people to come to our house, and we will have drinks, we'll have some food, and everybody just shares stories, and yeah, so it's more like a family gathering thing.
What is one very famous holiday, for example?
It's really it's different from each region. So
okay,
in
it
Bali,
depends on the region, and there are lots of local festivals, that kind of thing.
Yes, there's a lot of local festivals, so I can't really say the most representative.
Okay, very good, very good. And how about in Thailand? How do holidays reflect the people?
Yeah, so very similar to Indonesia. We do have lots of holidays in Thailand in a year, but one of my favorites is the festival called Songkran, which is basically a traditional Thai New Year, and people from different cities would go back to their hometown and celebrate this quality time with their families, and just have a break from big cities and just enjoy the break. Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. Next, let's talk about something that our students are really interested in, male-female relations. How are they different, like dating and that kind of stuff? How is it different from Japan? Anything, Hana, you want to start?
Good question. Well,
male-female relations, right.
Yeah, well, I don't know much about this, to be honest, because I have never dated anyone from Japan, so it's difficult to say. But I believe in Thailand, it depends on, of course, your career and what you do in life and stuff like that. The relationship can be more or less serious. So I don't think there's, a huge difference between Japan and Thailand's dating culture.
Right. Okay,
yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
How about in Indonesia?
I think in Indonesia is more friendship related compared to intimate relationship in Japan. So in Indonesia, for example, when you date someone, you are expected to introduce her to your family. So it's more like suddenly for people in Japan, they might think, oh, suddenly it's a serious relationship. But no, you're like being invited to be a part of the family. But in Japan, it's more like a private relationship where the two of you just being in a relationship, but you don't really introduce each other to each other's family. At least not until you're seriously thinking about marriage, I think.
Okay, good point. Yes, in Japan it's a little bit more private, it seems, and in Indonesia a little bit more public in a way. Well, at least with the family members. Good. And how about college students in Indonesia and Thailand? What kind of personalities do they have compared to college students in Japan? Anything? What do you think?
Fawn, do you want to go first?
College students in Indonesia, I think similar. There are, of course, similar things and different things. For similarity, I think they both like to party, I think. So
good
college
point.
students in Indonesia have like bad reputation for always drinking. But I think some people, after they graduate college, some of them really gets serious in their career. So I think in Japan, from the third year, I think a lot of college students starts to seriously think about their career and start doing some job hunting seminar or job hunting strategies. So in Indonesia, after you graduate, then you start thinking about the job hunting and your career.
Okay, that's interesting. Good. And how about in Thailand? Are there a lot of similarities with Japanese students or a lot of differences?
Well, it really depends on where you're from and which university you're in. So in Thailand, we have many good qualities university, but we also have, the one with poor reputation. So it really depends where you go. And, the ones in Bangkok, then you would probably see more of, student who really focus on their study and, very career orientated, let's put it this way. But so really depends on where you are and what kind of interests you have when it comes to studying.
That's right. In other words, what both of you are saying, I think, is that there are a lot of similarities. The students are students like that, the same problems, the same dreams like that. Right. Good. Well, we're almost out of time today, but I have one more question for each of you. What do you think about the people in Japan? What do you think that they are really good at, the people in Japan, the personalities? And what also do you wish they could do a little bit better? Fan, you want to go first again?
So what I like about people in Japan is I can trust them.
You can trust
in Indonesia, again, it's not like I don't trust Indonesian people. Of course, I do. But the thing is, Indonesian people are, again, very relaxed, very laid back. So sometimes they say, oh, I'll be there in 30 minutes. That's, I believe they will be there between 30 or 1 hour. So, so it's really hard to trust Indonesian people regarding punctuality.
Right. So Japanese are really dependable like that. Good. Anything that you wish Japanese would do a little bit better, Fan?
I think it's just like, I don't know, more direct communication, I think, because it's in Japan it's really important to read the air.
Okay. That's right. So sometimes you're not quite sure what they mean.
Yes.
Good point,
so
good.
It's really hard to adapt. Yes, that's it.
Okay. Good. And how about in Thailand?
Yeah, well, I have to agree with Fawn on that one. I think Japanese people, they have lots of good qualities in themselves. But my favorite thing about Japanese people is that they're just really, really kind, especially people in smaller cities. I think they're just, absolutely sweet. And the things that I wish, I don't think I should use the word change them, because obviously I'm a foreigner and I should probably adapt to their culture. But, one thing that I don't really understand or can't really cope with is the fact that people are so indirect. And sometimes, like Fon said, I can't read the air. And, sometimes it leads to miscommunication or I come across as being rude and stuff like that. So yeah, sometimes it can get quite frustrating. Yeah.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we're out of time today. Thank you very much, Fon and Hana. And today we talked a little about the people in Thailand and Indonesia, and it was very, very brief. Everybody, if you have a chance, here in Japan, there are a lot of students from Indonesia and Thailand. If you have a chance, try to become friends with them. Okay, you can do it. Yes, yes, yes. You can speak English with them, and they will really be happy to talk to you. If you have a chance, talk to them about the characteristics of the people in the two countries. And we'll be back with Fon and Hana again next month for another exciting conversation. We hope that you can all come back and see you next time at Hiroshima University's English Podcast. Bye.
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 いかがでしたか？異文化ディスカッションでは今回も Zoom による遠隔収録を行いました。お聞き苦しい点もあったかと思いますが、Zoom によるトーク楽しんでいただけましたでしょうか？インドネシアもタイも東南アジアに属する国、国民性も東アジアの日本と似ているところと違うところがあるようです。どちらの国も日本のバックパッカーなどに人気のある国ですが、時間の流れが緩やかで居心地のいい雰囲気が旅人を魅了しているのかもしれませんね。お二人には次回以降もいろいろと語ってもらいましょう。それでは次回の異文化ディスカッションまでごきげんよう。